Alright, today is a data engineer special, that is will be carrying tons of tasks in Glue. So please stay tuned with me and please have patience, because these are the tasks we'll be performing today in a single video, where you will be learning very much of Glue and you will be very comfortable after doing this kind of hands-on. So first is the data quality check. Let me explain you why data quality check is required. Data quality check, whenever malformed data is required, or let's say there are always like 100 or 1000 rows as per your business project activities, but you receive 20 rows in a day, then those kind of checks can be performed. So since we are beginning with the first task, so let's now focus on the data quality. We'll check the architecture diagram. In the architecture diagram, definitely we need to upload one file. We'll be uploading one CSV file residing on our computer. We'll be creating a Glue data catalog, and crawler will automatically infer the schema for us, right? So let's dive into the AWS console. We are at the console. Let's move to S3. We are moving or diving to S3 first because we need to upload the data. Let's create a bucket first. We are doing everything from the scratch, because even if you're new, you will be comfortable or can follow along with me. So let's give it a name, unique name, Cloud Guru Amit. So a bucket is created now. Let's create some folder. We'll be creating a source folder which will contain our .csv file. So let's create one folder there. Next will be, for the time being, creating one target folder. Let's create one target folder. So in the target folder, definitely we'll be having output files. So first target folder, let's create it for the data quality. We definitely don't need. We might be needing it for the CSV file. So let's check the architecture diagram, and here we have. So first is .csv to Parquet, because we will be moving the .csv file to Parquet, so we'll be needing one folder for it. So let's create one .csv to Parquet to put these files. So we'll be naming it CSV to kind of Parquet. This folder looks good. Let's create one folder. So this will contain that. Next, for SQL query, again we can mention one file name or the folder name. Let's create SQL query. Each folder which I am creating will be containing one individual Visual ETL job that is in Glue. Next is our inner join, and last is the filter expression. So let's create two more folders. So filter expression, let's write filter for that, and last one is for the join operation. So let's write it inner join. There are many kind of join, outer join, those kind of things, but let's take the example of one kind of join. So we are done with all the target creations. So let's now move to the source file, and let's browse the .csv file. .csv file is on our computer, that is company. This is a dummy file which will be using it. So let me show you what the data looks like. Data looks like something like this. So we'll be uploading this. This contains around hundreds rows. So let's upload this file using S3. So let's click on upload. Alright, we are at the local computer where I have stored the file. So let's browse the company file. We'll be also needing one company 25 files. Let's upload it for the inner join part. Let's upload it. So let me show what company 25 contains. Company 25 is just 24 records of the dummy file. This is also a file. Let's upload this one as well. Let's move to S3. Let's close it. Let's upload it. Though we can definitely upload multiple files. So since I wasn't shown you this file, so that led me to do duplicate steps now. Not a problem. So currently both the files are there, source files are there. Now let's duplicate this tab. We'll be duplicating, and now we'll be moving to Glue, because if we want a data catalog, we need to create one database, and this is very helpful even if you want to query using Athena. So let's go to databases. Let's add database. Let's create one database. Cloud Guru Amit, maybe DB, looks good. So the table will reside in a database, so that's why we are creating one database, right? Next, let's go to the crawler. We will not create one table manually, it will be done automatically, right? We are not going to manually insert hundreds of data now. So let's create the crawler. Create crawler, name will be crawler Cloud Guru. We can write description as well, it's optional. Let's go there. Then we need to add source. Our source will definitely be S3, that is this one. So let's add source. Let's browse the file. Let's click on browse S3. It's popping up. This is our bucket. Then we have source, and here we'll upload this one. We'll be storing for now .csv file. We can also create another crawler for company.csv, but I'll be showing you .csv ingestion directly using S3. So both the ways I'll be showing you so as to clear the concept. So for now, let's select the company.csv crawl or subfolders. It doesn't contain any subfolders basically. Still, add S3 source. This looks good. So next, let's click on next. So IAM role I have already created. Let me show you what it contains. So IAM role, if you aren't having the root or the admin privilege, so basically Glue everything, all put objects. Basically I want to put the objects, then list objects, those basically S3 and Glue full access. CloudWatch is not necessary, but I have also added. I'll show you, right? So let's get back to the console. So let's now click on next. So next we need to select target database. Database you might have remember we have created in the previous step. So let's browse this Cloud Guru Amit DB. We can give it a prefix, it's optional if you want it. Frequency will be on demand, will be running. There are many, we can run it on hourly basis or custom even, but on demand this is we are instantly going to run it anyway. Everything looks good. Let's create the crawler. Click on crawler. It says successfully created, so good. Let's now run the crawler. So let's click on run crawler. So it says crawler is running. So we can check by clicking here crawlers. The crawler will pop up in some time. Yeah, it says the state is running. It takes 30 seconds around. So what's happening behind the scenes is that, let me open you the Excel file. So the crawler will infer the headers and all. These are let's say in integer format, these are in varchar or string format. Everything crawler is looking at what the data types are, and that data will be populated in the database. There are hundreds of data, that is hundreds of rows. We are not inserting these things manually. Crawler will insert the data into the database or the table created, that is the data catalog, and via the data catalog will be using our glue operation. So let's get back to the console. It's still running. Let's wait for a while till it completes. All right, the crawler is now stopping. So let's check on the database. Yeah, so the database Cloud Guru Amit, it's there. We can see company_csv. This is our CSV file. This is the exact location, right, where we have browsed the S3 file as a source. So now it's there as a table. Now let's create some visual ETL job. So let's get back to Glue. that is Glue Studio Visual ETL. So let's look at this agenda. First task is to create one data quality Visual ETL job. So that's what, let's perform this Visual ETL. Next, we can mention both the option. I can use S3 as well as Glue data catalog. Since we have the data on the table itself, let's use the data catalog. So let's click here. Once it's selected, just click on it. Then we can mention the name as well. If you are fine, it's good. Let's select Cloud Guru Amit DB, that is our database. We have the company CSV_CSV, which I have just shown you few moments back. So you'll be seeing one green tick. It means it's good for now. Let's click on change schema. For the change schema part, we can modify as per our needs if required. So we'll be basically, let's say organization ID, I don't want this long name, I want as a target key as just the ID. We can even drop the columns if you don't want. If we can just remove these spaces as well. Those kind of simple operation we can do. So change schema, we can do this kind of stuff. So let's now go ahead with the evaluate data quality. There's an inbuilt functionality there already mentioned. So let's get back. So we'll be doing some basic checks for it. So on the right hand side, you might be seeing, just note this step, that the source or the input is the change schema. That is this part, change schema, right? So the input for the evaluate data quality is this one. Also visually you can see the flow arrow if you are not so sure. So now let's go ahead with some kind of testing. Let's check. There's a search bar here. Let's make it a big. Let's check for primary key. Is primary key. So we write the rules, the checks under these two bracket, that is the rules part. Is primary key. So our primary key is ID, as you might have remembered in the last step that I have changed here the organization ID, that is this is our target primary key. You can also mention the same organization ID, but since I have changed the schema and put the new name ID, so I need to type the new name, that is the new column name. Not write organization ID, otherwise it won't be able to find. We can include multiple data quality checks by using commas. So comma, enter. So now let's say I want to check the row count. Whether it's I know we have in this Excel file, if you look, around 100 rows. 101 means including header, it's 100. So it's the count is 100 rows for now. So if it is 100 rows, now let's get back. I can put a data quality check that if the row count is greater than 99, that is 100, so it will pass the test. If I write here as, let's say, 102 or something, it will fail the data quality check, but I won't do it. I want to pass the test for this demo. I'll be also showing the failure test cases because that might be you might be having those kind of curiosity, like what happens if we do it. So for data quality check, it looks good to me. Here also we have the CloudWatch. I don't want to accumulate extra bills. I'll remove it. Now we can see the green tick mark. This looks good. So a good way is to before running any kind of job or saving it, just make sure that the green ticks are there, verified marks. So you can see here the exclamation mark, job is not saved, right? So let's go to the job details. We'll be writing data quality pass. I know it will pass because the conditions are like that. We'll be also testing one failure case here. So let's select the IAM role. IAM role is the same which I have shown here. The same role I have selected. S3 and Glue full permission you need. So behind the scenes, for the Glue job, Spark engine runs. Just make sure. So whatever is there, it's a kind of Spark job. So we need to select version. I'm leaving it as default, doesn't matter. So then we have the worker type. Worker type, how much CPU or RAM we need. The more lower we go, the more powerful it is. This is a basic operation, so G1X is fine. Next is the number of nodes. So parallelly, how many workers you want. Since this is a basic job, 2 is fine. Let's go down. Then we have the number of retries. So let's give it a 1. A number, a one time retry. It will, if it fails. In case, let's save it. Before running a job, we need to save it. Yep. And now that exclamation mark is gone, let's run this. Let's run this job. So it says job has started. Let's monitor this job for now. We'll be getting the results here in data quality updated once the run stops. It usually takes around 1 to 2 minutes. Next task will be the interesting task, that is CSV to Parquet. Let this finish. So we are almost done with number 1. We can also test the failure test case scenario. So let's test some failure test case. If this is 100% pass, we'll be checking data quality check. I'm putting more stress on this data quality because as a data engineer, we need to make sure the data quality is as per the business rule or the project requirement is there, because we should implement this kind of functionality. There are many functionality though in Glue. We are not using fully 100%, but there are some useful functionality like this, which definitely you should make sure in your project. So let's refresh this. It's quite a time, 1 minute and 1 second. Let's wait for a few seconds to complete. All right, the run status is now succeeded. Let's check the result in the data quality. So it's 100% pass. That is the rule check. Here the row count is 100. That is pass. That is greater than 99 we have written. See, row count 99. So it was 100. Since 100 is greater than 99, that's why it passed. And primary key ID, it is unique. So that's why it's 1. That is there is no duplicate. So we are good. Let's get down to now the failure test case scenario. So we can also edit this job, but I won't create a mess. I'll be rather creating one new ETL visual ETL job, because sometimes from my experience I've seen for the data quality, even if you change the rules here, it won't get affected. Speaking from my experience, so better to create one new visual ETL job to avoid such confusion. So let's similarly select the database. Let's select the table. I'll be doing a bit fast this time because you are already aware of it. Let's give it an ID. Let's change the name. Looks good. Let's now create data quality. We'll be doing some failure test now. We are let's select this. Now let's select row count. Row count, let's say greater than maybe 200. Or now let's check one dummy column whether it's present or not. So here we have column exist. So let's check in the Excel. There is no column name as blah blah, right? If you look at the table. So if we now go here and give one arbitrary table column name which doesn't exist. I know this doesn't exist. I'm checking the failure test case scenario. Let's say on your project you need a column name last name, but you want to check whether it's present or not. So those type of check you can perform using column exist, right? So that's what I'm doing it now. Let's go down and remove this CloudWatch. Let's go to job details. Let's give it a name, DQ. All right, DQ failure test. Let's select the IAM role. Let's go down. Number of workers 2, number of retries 1. Save it and then run it. I'm running it. We'll be monitoring the job details. Let's wait for a while and check the results, what it happens this time. All right, we got the run status as succeeded. So let's check the results this time. So as mentioned previously, we are testing the failure case. The row count is not greater than 200 because it's only 100. That's why this rule has failed. Here also the same evaluated metrics, if you look, it's mentioning the same, that it's instead 100 not 200, and column blah blah doesn't exist. That's why it has failed. So I hope the first ETL data quality check concept is done. So now let's move to one interesting scenario, that is we'll be converting the .csv file to Parquet. That is, we know that the file residing on our S3 bucket is a .csv file. If you look, type is .csv, right? So let's get down to Visual ETL. Let's click on Visual ETL. Let's click on data catalog. Let's select the database, Cloud Guru Amit. Let's select the table. Let's change the schema. It's not necessary. Let's do it a simple operation. Then we'll be moving to the target. Just remember, do not select source because we are outputting the file to S3 bucket once again. So let's select S3. So here, if you look, the format is Parquet. There are different formats as well, like Avro, ORC, Parquet. So Parquet is one of the favorite columnar format for data warehouse like Redshift. So that's why I want to mention that I've selected Parquet. So this will be helpful in your projects which you can implement. So let's select the target location, Broad S3. Let's go to target is our CSV to Parquet. As you remember that we have created 4 different folders for different tasks. So we are creating this .csv to Parquet. Choose. We got it. Let's now move to job details. Everything looks good. So let's mention it, CSV to Parquet job. Let's select the same IAM role having permissions for S3 and Glue. Let's select the number of workers as again 2, number of retries as 1. Let's save it and now let's run it. So let's monitor it, and now will be let's go one step back. Target, our csv2.parquet will be appearing here. Currently it's showing no object, so it will be appearing here. Let's wait for a while. All right, our run status is succeeded. So let's check whether the Parquet file got populated in .csv to Parquet folder or not. Let's refresh this. Yep, we got it. The compression type is snappy, type is Parquet. So this task is done. We cannot open. We know Parquet is like will be in binaries. So anyways, doesn't matter. But we have successfully populated the Parquet file. So let's check the checklist. 1 and 2 are done. Now let's move to the number 3. That is using custom SQL query, how we can filter the columns or remove it without much like breaking our head. Let's go back to Glue, Visual ETL. Let's open a new job. So in here, as our task mentioned, we are using custom SQL query. So let's select the data catalog. Again, let's select the database. Let's select the table. Now let's select change schema. Let's put it there. Let's remove the spaces as a best practice. We are done with it. Now let's give it a SQL query. And here in the SQL query, if you can note that it's taking the source as the Glue data catalog. let me show you now if we check the source is change schema, that is this one, change schema, right? So this looks good. So input source, just check this one, it's this is our input source, and alias we can put anything, like let's say it's company. We need to like put the exact column names what's present here. So let's say I want to select the name of the company. Let's copy, let's go back, let's remove, select name, comma, let's go back, let's copy country, let's go back, let's paste it from we can also write it company from company. Target will be again our S3, let's put it S3. Format, let's give it a CSV. Why I'm giving a CSV? Because it should be in readable format. Let's select the compression type none. It might create multiple files because of the row count. Let's select Cloud Guru Amit. Target, since we are doing the custom SQL query, let's choose this. Yeah, we got the green signal, looks good, everything looks good. Let's go back to the job details. Here we'll be writing custom SQL job. Let's select the IAM, same IAM. Let's go down, let's select 2. We are reducing the number to save cost. Let's select the number we try is 1, looks good. Let's save and quickly run it. It's running. Let's now monitor the job and wait for a few seconds. Once it's completes, we should be able to get the CSV file here. There might be multiple files, 3 to 4 files, depends what I've seen from my experience, but let this job completes, we'll be checking out. All right, till this job is working out, we'll be checking the inner join for now to save time. Let's click on Visual ETL. We'll be creating this time a hybrid source. One will be Glue catalog, just like before. One will be Glue catalog. Let's select as usual database table. Next will be creating the change schema. For the change schema, let's give it as organization ID 1. Let's remove these spaces. Now we'll be creating another like source. Will be this time directly using S3, the file, the company. So this time there's a change. I won't be using data catalog. This time I'll be directly browsing the source file, that is company 25. This is a different file. Let's select this. I know it's a CSV format. We can infer schema so that Glue will do its homework and find out what's there. So it's giving the tick, looks good. Now again let's click on change schema for this one. Since we'll be doing join on this, so the ID we need to make sure like it could Glue job could recognize easily. That's why I have made ID 1 and 2. So we'll be performing some join operation. So looks good. This both are fine. Now let's click on join. So join will be basically needing 2 source. Let's pull this like this. Let's again pull like this. So this looks good, the join operation. Now let's check it out, the inner join. So inner join, as you mentioned, change schema, that is this one and this one both. Now let's add condition. Condition will be organization ID 1 equal to organization ID 2. That's what changes we have done, right? So it will be inner join is nothing but a common factor, that is the common of both the tables will be populated. Let's select the target. Target will be S3. Let's give it a format CSV. I'm choosing CSV because I can open the file on my computer and show you. Let's browse this Cloud Guru target. This we are performing inner join. Let's select this, choose. Yeah, everything is green. Let's now go to the job details. Let's give it a name now. Inner join job, something like this. Let's create IAM. Looks good. Number of jobs is 2. Retries 1. Save. Let's run it. It's running. Let it run for a while. All right, the job got succeeded. Let's check it out under the target here. If we look under inner join, we can see multiple file. So do not panic. The file type is not mentioned, but we have mentioned CSV, right? So let's open any one of the file. Let's say this one. I'll be downloading it to local. So once the file got downloaded, just rename this file as .csv. So here we can see this. Yeah, the inner join is working. So we got the result. The other parts of the file, as mentioned here, if you similarly do it, you will be finding the other parts, all the remaining data. Right. So we are done with the 4 tasks. Let's do the last, the 5th one, that is filter expression. The video is already getting too big, so that's why let's cut it short for now. Let's quickly do the filter expression. Let's go to the visual ETL. Let's select data. Let's select database, table as usual. Let's select directly now the filter. We can also type it if you are familiar, since we have done so many tasks, so now it might be familiar to you, the glue. So again, in filter condition, we need to check the data. So if we check the data here on the right hand side, we can see the industry here, the plastics. Let's say we only want the data for the plastics. So let's copy this and let's get back to the glue. Let's give the AND condition. Key here it will be asking, that is industry. We know it. Let's do Control V, plastics. This looks good. So now the operation it will be matches, that is it should exactly match as plastics. Looks good. We got the green tick. Now let's select the target will be as usual our S3 bucket. So let's select the format. I'm giving it CSV so that again I can download it on my local computer and show you that the filter expression is basically working. Let's select browse, Cloud Guru Amit, target, filter. This looks good. Green tick, green signal. Let's go to job, filter job, IAM, then 2. Let's reduce it. Let's go back to number of retries as 1. Let's save it. Let's now run it. So let's now monitor it for a while. The file should appear somewhat here. Currently it doesn't contain any file because the job is running. All right, our job got succeeded. Let's refresh this. We got the file. Let's download it to the local, or we can also create click on open. It will do the same thing. Okay, so let's all right, we got our filter file, which is this one, this number of zeros, CSV. How do we know it is the new the filter file? Because the time 2029, that this is a new file, right? So let's open it. Yeah, if you look, that we have given the filter condition that the our file CSV file will contain only where the industry is plastics. So that's what our agenda was, right? So we have successfully completed all the 5 tasks. All right, there is one more thing. We haven't checked the SQL query, custom SQL query results. So let's now check it. So this got succeeded. So let's go back to the targets, SQL query. We got the file. Let's download it and check the results. All right, let's rename this as .csv so as to check. This is a new file, right? Let's open it. Yeah, we just got name and country as mentioned. Why we got name and country? Let me show you once again to refresh the concept. If you look at the SQL query expression, we have just mentioned name and query from the company. So there is one more modification or a note, things to note, that is in SQL alias, just note in SQL query, if you write here from the table name, that is its company, make sure to write the SQL alias as company here. Otherwise you might get trouble if you write different thing. Input source is mentioned as source. Why is it mentioned source? Because if I scroll or look up a bit, it's mentioned the name as source. We can write it anything, because if let me give you an example. Let me mention it as like custom SQL source. So same will be reflected. If I click here, see, same, it's propagated, custom SQL source and input source, custom SQL source. So whatever we write as the name, it should be populated. Otherwise we'll be having trouble. So I hope I somewhat clarified the concepts on Glue. I apologize for this video, it's too long, but I can guarantee you that you might have learned a lot from this video, because we have covered all the aspects what is used in day-to-day projects in MNCs, product based or service based companies, whatever you say. These are the simple or the basic things we always do. So this will help you out to explore more of Glue of your own, so that you can comfortably use AWS Glue for your extract, transform, load, and you might load the data in Redshift. So thank you so much for watching this video.